Well, this is our 7th season of AfroPoP, and we have a really good slate this year. This year, strangely, became the year of the woman, which we didn't really anticipate when we were gathering films, but we definitely see sort of this theme of really strong female protagonists really making change all over the world. We have a film called Ladies' Turn about a women's soccer team, and playing sports is something that you take for granted, but for these women, playing soccer is kind of this political act, which was something I just never really thought about before, and that film has a lot of great energy to it.
Sounds of Torture is a really amazing film as well. It's a really hard film, and it's a look at Eritreans who are fleeing for asylum in Israel and crossing the Sinai Desert and dealing with kidnappers and the Bedouin tribes. So that there we have another really strong woman who's really there to kind of help the victims and the families to like fight for their releases and to advocate on their behalf.
ኣብዚ ናይ ሲና እንዳ አቡ ሙሳ ዝበሃል ምስ በዓል ቅጭን ሸዊት ዝበሃል
ምስ በዓል ቅጭን ኦኬ ንዓመል ሰላም ኩለካ ጽቡቕ ገይረ ብጣዕሚ ሰላም ወጻኻ ክንደይ ከፊልካ 30 25000 እንታይ ንገብር ኣለና መሲካ ሕጂ ምስቶም ጥዕያት ብዝኾኑ በደዊን ሓግዙና ጠጠው ከተብልዎ ንሶም ጥራሕም ክሕግዙና
One of my favorite films this season is The Triptych, and that's a really creative, beautifully sumptuous film where we really get to see these artists talk about their processes and their art and their work and their lives, and in their own way they too are really kind of bending the rules and really kind of standing up for different ways of looking at culture and looking at identity within the diaspora.
I think the strongest for me was probably The Carrier, which is the first film in the series, and it takes this massive problem of the AIDS epidemic in Africa and focuses it in on one family. Maybe you don't have HIV and you're not in this rural village in Africa. I mean, all her problems seem so far away, but when you get into the story of what makes her human and the emotions that she feels that she's going through, we want the same things, we have the same fears, and it just brings it so close to home for viewers and for me as I was watching it.
Maganda iboti nemita ndaga sunda mana ndatieni ndamita jandi jimatani jandi komani heta Kenitebu Kenita Nasipa ogibi kai Tembo sigandi ndahindari kuchenda kemfizo ndari kunywa kusisike Bagambira wethu cyane turabuza n'utwe kunywa pizo baraga hati ko hara. Utina barubikira abantu baba kuno buri twambo buri twamani twaburwase.
We have a film called The Abominable Crime where we have activists as well in Jamaica having to fight for their rights as gay men, gay women, transgendered, bisexual, to fight for their rights, you know, with the homophobia taking place in Jamaica. So that's a really important film.
The focus has definitely been on women. Almost all of the filmmakers and or the protagonists of the film are women. And that's been really refreshing to work on, because that's, you know, we make up 51% of the population, but often are so ignored. The stories aren't told, or they're marginalized, or they're told in the light of being someone's wife or girlfriend or behind the scenes. So seeing women, Black women, literally all over the world who are making change, who are standing up for themselves, who are fighting for freedom, fighting for rights, it's really exciting to be a part of that.